High above Central America's mountains, a cloud forest breathes in mist and silence. Here, among dripping moss and shaded light, lives a bird that has captivated people for millennia. The resplendent Quetzal truly deserves its reputation as one of the most enchanting birds on Earth. This Central American jewel captivates observers with otherworldly beauty and deep cultural roots. They inhabit cloud forests from southern Mexico to western Panama. Its scientific name, Phaeromacrus mocino. The male's emerald green plumage shimmers with an iridescent quality that shifts with every turn. Up close, light plays through layers of pigment and structure, creating that luminous sheen. A brilliant crimson breast gives striking contrast to that green, making the bird almost surreal. Every movement catches the eye, an ever-changing palette in motion. Most spectacular are the long-tail coverts during breeding season, flowing ribbon-like plumes. These feathers can extend up to 3 feet, creating an ethereal silhouette in the canopy. Quetzals are elusive, often high in the canopy where their green becomes perfect camouflage. They lurk in the dappled light, appearing like jewels among moss and lichen. Despite their beauty, Quetzals remain shy and hard to spot, rewarding patience and quiet observation. For birdwatchers, a sighting becomes a treasured, rare encounter. Cloud forests are mystical, cool, humid, and constantly shrouded in mist. This unique climate supports the plants and fruiting trees Quetzals rely on. Males are ostentatious, females more camouflaged, an adaptation for nesting security. Females take a quieter but equally important role in raising young. Their diet is largely fruit, wild avocados and other fleshy fruits. They swallow whole fruits and disperse seeds, true gardeners of the forest. As seed dispersers, Quetzals help shape the forest composition across elevations. Their ecological role is vital to the cloud forest's health and resilience. To encounter a Quetzal is to witness a living connection between nature and culture. Each sighting feels, quite literally, magical. Next, we look closer at anatomy, nesting behavior, and how this bird became sacred to ancient peoples. The story of the Quetzal spans biology and myth. Anatomically, the Quetzal is a marvel. Keen eyes, strong bill, and delicate feathering. The bill is perfectly suited for plucking and swallowing small fruits. The male's extraordinary tail coverts are not for flight, rather they are display tools. They trail behind like living ribbons, exaggerated by courtship movements. During breeding season, males perform subtle displays to attract females. Females evaluate males for quality, plumage, vigor, and territory. Quetzals are cavity nesters, choosing natural hollows or old woodpecker holes. To nest, the male approaches carefully. His long tail cannot be allowed inside the cavity. Remarkably, the male enters the nest backwards, leaving his tail feathers arranged outside. He then arranges his plumes so they are not crushed, an adaptation born of necessity. Males and females take turns incubating eggs and brooding chicks. They share duties, feeding, warming, and guarding the young. Chicks are altricial, helpless at hatching and reliant on parental care. Parents provision the young with fruit and occasionally insects to supply protein. They favor wild avocados, large, nutrient-rich fruits. But they also feed on smaller fruits and occasionally arthropods. By transporting seeds across the landscape, Quetzals maintain forest diversity and regeneration. This role earns them the nickname, gardeners of the forest. In flight, the Quetzal is agile, its tail trailing but not interfering with short bursts and maneuvering. Short flights between fruiting trees are common, long migratory movements are not. Quetzals communicate with soft whistles and calls, subtle, not raucous. For field ornithologists, the call is often the first clue to their presence. They may be present yet unseen, camouflaged, high and quiet. Sightings require patience and luck. Tip 1. Search at dawn when fruiting activity peaks. Tip 2. Focus on mossy branches where Quetzals perch and feed. Tip 3. Trust your ears. Calls are often heard before a sighting. Field research done ethically gives insight into territory, diet, and population trends. Tagged individuals help scientists map movement and longevity. Anatomy, diet, and behavior together make the Quetzal a specialist of the cloud forest. Beyond biology, the Quetzal has a profound place in human history. To Mesoamerican peoples, the Quetzal was sacred, linked to gods and rulership. Feathers were prized, reserved for royalty and ritual. First, a symbol of royalty. Feathers adorned nobles and priests. Second, associated with the feathered serpent deity, Quetzalcoatl, embodying sky and divinity. Third, a symbol of freedom. Guatemala adopted the bird as its national emblem. Quetzal feathers were more valuable than gold, treated with reverence. Feathers entered ceremonies marking status and spiritual connection. Legend says a caged Quetzal would die of a broken heart. making it a powerful emblem of liberty. That symbolism persists in national identity today. Yet their habitat is fragile. Deforestation and fragmentation threaten populations. Habitat loss reduces available nesting and feeding sites across elevations. Threat 1. Large-scale habitat loss for agriculture and development. Threat 2. Historical demand for feathers led to capture. Today, enforcement reduces trade, but risks persist. Threat 3. Climate shifts can lift cloud bands, changing habitats Quetzals depend on. Conservation efforts focus on habitat restoration and community stewardship. Protected reserves and targeted projects help stabilize local populations. Citizen science platforms let birdwatchers contribute valuable data on sightings and timing. Collective data improves our ability to protect crucial corridors and fruiting trees. The Quetzal threads ecology into culture. Educating new generations fosters lasting protection. You can help. Support local conservation organizations protecting cloud forest. Choose sustainably sourced forest products to reduce pressure on habitats. Report sightings and back research that informs protection measures. The Quetzal's beauty is not merely aesthetic, it signals a healthy, vibrant forest. Protecting them preserves countless other species and an ancient ecological story. Seeing a Quetzal in the wild remains rare, a moment that feels truly magical. If you enjoyed this glimpse, subscribe and support field research protecting these living jewels. For birdwatchers, ornithologists, and storytellers alike, the resplendent Quetzal reminds us how beauty and culture can guide